Hey guys, I'm back with this next episode review, so let's go. I'm going to keep this as short, sweet, and to the point as possible. So let's get into it. I'm going to just start off with Hannah. Mona, we left off. Mona, she started confessing about everything. Well, fake confessing, I should say. She basically says, explains to the person who's interrogating her what happened. Something along the lines of, it was all in self-defense, and she couldn't bear to see her best friend's mom being tried for something that she did not do. Basically, that's all you all need to know, okay? She's basically saying, yeah, I did it. This is why I did it. These are the reasons why. And now I'm coming forward with this and so and so. Apparently, bail has been set for Hannah's mom to get out. But it was set at $1 million. And the way it works is you only have to put up like 10% of that, so it was like $100,000. And Hannah pretty much calls her dad and is crying and begging for him to help out her mom. And Pastor Ted comes up and he's pretty much asking Hannah, what's going on? What's wrong? Why do you need that kind of money? And look, the way Hannah's dad has been acting, we all already knew that he wasn't going to do jack, okay? Look, I'm sorry. I already knew from the jump. I mean, she's on the phone crying, saying, please help mom out. Seriously. So we all knew from the jump that Pastor Ted was pretty much going to be the one to do it. And he did. And Hannah's on the phone sending her dad text messages and saying things like, yeah, thank you so much, even though she really didn't know who did it. And later on in the episode, her mom tells her that it was Pastor Ted who did it, not her dad. And Pastor Ted, let's just start calling him just Ted. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Ted basically comes over and Hannah's mom is on house arrest. She has the little bracelet on her ankle thingy. Or ankle brace, no, it's not an ankle brace. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So she has that. She can't leave home. They have some pie, they talk, and you can tell that he really truly cares about her, which is so, so sweet. I'll go into Aria next. Aria, her main thing with Jake, it's cute at the same time, but, she lets him spend the night with her. I mean, they weren't spending the night together. He was just in the house, sleeping on the couch, because she was really, really scared and like really worried about a lot of things that are going on. And then at Emily's surprise birthday party, he shows up with this really tall, blonde-looking model, and Aria gets jealous. And then at the end of the episode, they make out, and Lord knows what else they did, because we cut away from it. So I'm beginning to think they did it, but hey, we'll find out eventually. So speaking of Aria, we're going to go into Ezra because he has a little situation going on. Maggie has a new job and she's going to move away. Ezra doesn't want her to move away because he doesn't want Malcolm to necessarily leave, and then they get into a bit of an argument. She says, first of all, you've only been in Malcolm's life for a little while, and he's like, well, whose fault is that? And then she leaves. First of all, I applaud Ezra for stepping up to the plate and wanting to be a father to Malcolm. I applaud him for that. And at the same time, it's like, I don't know whose side I'm on with this situation because, I mean, think about it. Maggie has a chance for a good job. And he's all worried about Malcolm, not like missing school and not being able to make new friends and all this stuff. And then he goes to Spencer's mom and gets some contact information for a family lawyer or family attorney, one of those two things. And basically he just wants to get custody of Malcolm and asks her, is this possible? Is this going to be hard to do? And she says, well, you're going to have a hard time proving anything unless you can prove paternity, prove that you really are the father of Malcolm. Moving on, let's go into Aria and Spencer now. Those two overhear Jenna and Shauna talking about Allison. And lo and behold, Jenna's sight is starting to deteriorate, or it's completely deteriorated, one of the two. And the reason for that is because I believe Toby wasn't on camera to say this, but I believe one of the girls quoted something he said. Basically, the operation that Jenna had has a low success rate, as in being permanent. Like, you will get your sight back, but eventually you're going to lose it again. So that's what's happened to Jenna. Now we're going to go into Emily and everything that's been going on with her. Her birthday is coming up, and Paige has a surprise for her. Someone who can help train her so that she can, get some scholarships to swim and have a better future. So basically, take a year off from college and swim. So she goes to meet the guy, and she says, I'm all about hard work. He's saying, we practice 6 days a week, 4 hours a day, we're in the pool, and then we do like weight training. And she says, absolutely. Shows him her tape, and he starts criticizing her, saying, your swimming isn't that strong, or something like that. And then come to find out, he had no idea that she had an injury at all. Paige never mentioned that. And Emily's really upset because in her mind, she's like, why would you send me to this person? And he's saying that, if anything, you won't be ready. I can train you, yeah, if you want, but your chances of getting the scholarships are slim. And Emily's really upset. She goes to the party, and, she's pretty much surprised and everything that people are there. And then she and Paige talk, and Emily's basically like, why do you want me to swim so badly? And it seems that Paige is only interested in keeping their relationship alive. Because, think about it. In relationships, when two people pretty much go off and do their own thing, in separate colleges, things happen, there are breakups. Not everybody, obviously, but yeah, she's just pretty much worried, I'm pretty sure, about losing Emily, and saying that, I'd rather you just be there with me so I don't have to worry and all that stuff. And yes, so let's get into the big moment, the big moment of this episode. Jenna and Shauna show up to Emily's party. And Aria approaches them and basically just flat out says to Jenna, what do you know about Allison? We overheard you talking. Is she still alive? And she says, no, pretty much Allison is not still alive. Like Allison is dead. Wait, I screwed up. Shauna says that at the end of the episode. I'm getting ahead of myself. My bad. Going back, the girls go out and look for Spencer, because they're like, where is she? Where'd she go? Because they had a plan in order to get Shauna away from Jenna away from Shauna, so they could talk to them and stuff. But the plan kind of fell through a little bit. And when I say the girls, Hannah isn't anywhere near the party. She's not, because she's with her mom and enjoying her time with her mom since she's been back. So it's just Spencer, Aria, and Emily, who, of course, are at the party. So Aria and Emily go to look for Spencer. And they run into Jake. Aria and Jake start to talk. And Emily walks away. And she sees who she thinks is Spencer in the lake. Yeah, in the lake. And she goes to get Spencer out, and it's Jenna. Somebody, according to Emily, because she ends up getting blood on her jacket, believes that somebody came up behind Jenna, hit her upside the head, and then she ended up pretty much almost drowning. She is still alive. And yeah, and I'm just thinking to myself, how the heck, because before Jenna and Shauna even went inside into the party, Shauna said she was going to make sure nothing happened to her and she was always going to be by her side. So how those two get separated if Jenna supposedly can't see, or she's unable to see very well? That's all I'm thinking. Excuse me. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. But now at the hospital, Shauna is the one who tells Spencer Allison is dead. And Spencer says, well, who's Jenna afraid of? And she says, Cece Drake. So Cece, she hasn't really even been completely, totally in the picture. But, she's pretty much the one who seems to be causing all of this mess. All this unnecessary mess. And also with Mona, I'm almost done. With Mona, she is now in Radley, and she looks very satisfied with that. So I feel like genuinely, yes. I'm done with the review, by the way. This is just my opinion now. I feel genuinely she does care about Hannah. I now feel that way because it takes a crazy fool, a crazy friend to go and do this. It really does. But I feel like she may be in Radley for a specific reason now. Like, she wants to be back there for a reason. There is a reason behind this. Because she looked a little too satisfied to be back there. Overall, This episode did have a very pleasant surprise. Jenna, you know. Oh, speaking of which, before I forget, the actress who plays Jenna, she is pregnant. Aw, she's gonna have a little baby. And I just found that out, like, literally earlier today. I'm like, aw, that's so sweet. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Congratulations to you, sweetheart. Um, yeah, this episode really showed a lot of different sides of the characters. Hannah, she always comes off as like really, really tough and stuff, even though she has done some dumb crap in the past. You know, seeing her really like emotional and really trying to get her dad to help her mom, even though it's pretty clear that he just doesn't want anything to do with her, at least in my opinion. Then, you know, Ted and Hannah's mom, I mean, that was just really, really sweet. You know someone cares about you when they pretty much bail you out and it's like $100,000. That's like, you like love that person a lot. Now, let's go into Shauna. I don't like that girl at all. You can tell she's protecting Jenna. She should have protected her better and shouldn't have left her side. But my point is, um, of course I get a creepy vibe from her, obviously. I mean, she and Jenna were there the night Wilden got hit by Hannah's mom. So, I mean, she is in this really deep also. And it seems to me that Cece has a lot of dirt on everybody. Because think about it. She and Allison were friends. So she probably knows a lot more than people give her credit for, obviously, because she keeps popping up out of nowhere. Um, Spencer didn't really have that much going on. She really didn't. Arya, she and Jake, I see something going on. Speaking of which, Ezra and Maggie were at the brew when Arya and Jake were, and Ezra wasn't paying any attention to Maggie. He wasn't. He was too busy staring at Arya all hugged up with Jake. I'm like, see, it's like I keep going back and forth. I'm like, Ezra, if you want her, go get her. But then at the same time, I'm like, she's trying to move on. You know, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a huge mess. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And I was requested for something, actually. I was requested to do a full recap of this entire season. The thing about that is I really do want to do that. Okay, that's a really good idea, to get all the facts together and get all the facts into one video so that everybody can like watch it and kind of, you know, see where everything is at. It's just going to take me a little while, okay? Because what I'm going to do, actually, wait for the video and you will see what I will do. Alright, so take care, guys. See you later.